Open fire!
Five battalions, forged in faith, fire, and flesh. One brings fear, one brings fury, one brings flame. One guards the god, and one returns from the dead. These are the Unum Vires. The Vician 9th is more than a battalion, it's a legend. Formed in the earliest days of the Void War, they've become a symbol of tactical perfection and iron resolve. When the Unum Vires need a miracle, they call the 9th. Commander Harper doesn't believe in luck. Born to the military colonies of Hados, he was raised in war, trained in faith, and hardened by loss. At 52 years old, he leads the Vician 9th like a prophet with a rifle. Pulse Saints are the heaviest Vician troops. They wield VX-74 Lancecasters, a beam railgun hybrid synced to the user's mind through a sacred rite. The armor is siege grade, impenetrable to the sharpest tendrils and teeth. Vician heavy troops, nicknamed Slabs, are the backbone of the Vician advance. They march steadily, hit hard, and never flinch under the stomps of giant runners. With each step, they bring the weight of Keo's fury, and it's usually enough to crack a front line clean open. The bedrock of the battalion, the standard infantry of the Vician 9th go by the call sign 9s. Outfitted with reflex carbines and witch-like pistols, they're trained to fight in zero-visibility, slag-heavy war zones. Every step they take syncs with recon data in real time, making them one part soldier, one part radar array. Vician Security Corps, or VSCs, are assigned to missions all over the multiplex. They don't chase glory, they protect what matters. From temple halls to hangar decks, they guard the Keonic interior with brutal efficiency. They don't have one standard weapon, but they are always equipped to suit the mission or the job. The Obsidian Knights don't rush, they endure. This death cult battalion exists for one reason: to hold the line. While their front ranks of tank-like heavies unleash unrelenting firepower, rear-line acolytes deploy neurotoxic gas to soften slagic monstrosities. The result? A wall of death where slag gets shredded like cheese. Commander Cortland doesn't tolerate mistakes. He obliterates them. Feared more by his own troops than the enemy, Cortland is known for his brutal efficiency, relentless profanity, and zero tolerance for casualties. Under his iron rule, every maneuver is exact and every volley is synchronized. Obsidian Shardcasters don't talk. They don't joke. They break through lines in silence, wielding N7 Shardcasters tipped with monomolecular blades. Their armor's pure Nethrol, and it's only granted after a year of wordless servitude as a pack mule or a fumigator. They call them fumigators. Dual dispersers pump out a yellow fog that eats slagic biomass and dampens slagic psi fields. Unsurprisingly, they have the shortest average lifespan of any Obsidian unit. Meet the pack mule. He's fast, lightly armored, and packs a G9 breacher for close quarters panic control. But his real job? Feeding shard rounds into the endless hunger of Obsidian Shardcasters. Without him, the line breaks. This is the part in the video where I ask if you're doing your part for the Void War and hitting that like button. And while you're doing that, I want to tell you just a little bit about some sponsors who I am very excited to be partnered with. The first I want to talk about is Video Loadout. Now what they do is they create sound effects bundles and visual assets that you can use in your own video making. I've been using a lot of sounds from their action pack lately, which includes cinematic hits, metal slices, gore sounds, gun sounds, and a whole lot more. And if you use the link or the code in my description, you get a hefty discount on their products. If you're making action films or projects of any kind, I can't recommend it enough. It's so handy to have sound effects bundles like that. Now our other sponsor is Just My Game. What they do is they produce these really high quality figures at a very affordable price. You can get them painted or unpainted, and they custom created one of the battalions I'll be showing you later in the video, so I'm just gonna let their quality speak for itself. Without further ado, let's get back to the video. Every unit of the Spewfires is a walking experiment. Synchronized vaporizers, hybrid flame, prototype armor. If it hasn't been approved by high command, they're probably already using it. The battlefield is their lab, and failure isn't an option, it's data. Brilliant, volatile, and allergic to simplicity, Kristian is the Spewfires' youngest tactician yet. He's been banned from 3 R&D labs for reckless experimentation, and while his IQ is off the charts, his social intelligence is less so. Call signed Hydras, this walking science experiment lugs twin HFVs, powered by a volatile mechpack fusion cell. Designed for crowd control and slagic mass annihilation, it's less a soldier and more a weapons platform with an attitude. The standard flame unit of the Spewfires, Drakes wield plasma flux incinerators, built to melt Slag down to the cell. Other battalions hate fighting alongside Drakes due to their tendency to set fire to things. Usually, everything. Quick on their feet, quick on the trigger, and trained to wield volatile weaponry like it's second nature, Wyverns provide speed and support while heavy and experimental units are adjusting their settings. Just don't ask them to stand still for too long. They'll start modifying their guns. The Keonic Royal Guard do not serve a nation. They serve Keo. To see the KRG in motion is to witness ritual-turned-warfare. Their elegance disguises overwhelming force. Every maneuver, every volley is scripture made manifest. Patterson was a frontline grunt, then a high-level officer, then a tactical oracle whose instinct seemed prophetic. Now he commands the Royal Guard itself, wielding the Spear, a powerful staff supplied with an endless loop of Keonic energy drawn from a well no scientist fully understands. In the Admiral's grip, it melts Slag, shields battalions, and shatters illusions. Some believe it contains a part of Keo's own soul. Heralds are living hymns of Keonic will, hand-selected by the Apostles. They're trained to fight even when blinded, deafened, or psychically jammed, guided by instinct alone and a permanent connection to Keo's will. They are a blessing to all who see them for what they are, an emanation of Keo's will incarnate. Chosen from the most disciplined initiates, these KRG heavy troopers serve not only as frontline tanks, but as sacred bulwarks against the psychic tide. Their twin Keonic splinters unleash radiant annihilation, but can only be recharged through direct contact with the Admiral's Spear or by divine emission from Keo himself. Even in stillness, the posture of a KRG infantryman radiates discipline. Their rifles, built from alloyed gold plate and infused with microline channels of Keonic energy, can fire precision beams or sweeping arcs depending on field orders. Each volley echoes the justice of the Keonic doctrine. The Archangels were the heroes of Keo's first crusade. 30 warriors, bionically enhanced, legendary for their feats. Nearly exterminated during the Divine Loss, only 7 survived, though struck by a psychic affliction. Cryo-frozen until 3043, these living legends return to reclaim their legacy. Keonic to his core, Hughes believes the war against Slag is holy. His peregrine suit, codenamed Seraph, amplifies battlefield awareness through a crystallized Keonic prism embedded in his helm, letting him sense threat vectors before they unfold. His main weapon, the KXV Spectral Pike, doubles as a beamer and blade, crackling with violet phase beamer plasma. In full charge, even other Archangels struggle to keep up with his movements. Carter Blaze doesn't just dual wield, he dual calculates. With neural implants linked to both hemispheres, he can independently aim, fire, and reload 2 different weapons in real time. His peregrine suit, codenamed Stratos, was custom fitted for asymmetric loadouts. Right arm for precision targeting beamer locking, and the left arm for rapid spray beamer fire. His enemies never know which hand delivers death. Fast, volatile, and wired to fry, Specialist Harley Warren's Zephyr suit keeps her moving through the thickest Slag hordes. She deploys the Voltcaster like a lightning storm in a bottle, pulsing arcs between enemies until there's nothing left but smoke and static. She is the only surviving female member of the Archangels. Ridley Crichton wears the Erebus rig, an armored bomb suit laced with AI-guided detonation nodes, magnetic shell racks, and a spinal stabilizer for recoil suppression. He's brilliant and completely unhinged. Field reports mention him singing lullabies to his grenades and naming every mine. But when the Slag tide comes, you want him lighting the fuse. Oren Zarate isn't your typical sharpshooter. When he's not scoping targets from a kilometer out, he's quoting Tennyson or waxing poetic about the metaphysics of time. His Peregrine-class armor, codenamed Scriptor, features precision targeting stabilizers and a recoilless long-range rifle nicknamed the Quill. His calm, literate demeanor masks the fact that he's dropped more slag than any other Archangel, always with a quote for the occasion. Krieg is a close-quarters nightmare. With retractable violet-phase plasma knives, bioelectric nullifiers, and a suit built for tearing slag to shreds, the Nocturne Peregrine is basically a weaponized exoskeleton of paranoia. With his suit always on guard, Krieg moves fearlessly across slag-infested terrain. Cold, calculated, and always one step ahead of his prey. Ian Fuchs is the Archangel's walking war drum. Bulky, blunt, and booming with bass, he charges into combat with his Bastion Peregrine suit, a Juggernaut-class exoframe optimized for recoil suppression and kinetic shielding. He's never seen without his Grav Cannon, a twin-core weapon that fires concussive bursts capable of collapsing most slag clods. And against direct orders, he still listens to EDM during every mission. The louder the drop, the harder he hits. Now that's all the battalions for this video, but soldiers alone do not make up a fighting force. The front lines of Unumvirus operations are fortified by deployable defenses, standard issue barricades, autonomous turret nests, and most crucially, battlefield tech that changes the game entirely. First up, the drop pod. This thing is a tactical marvel. It's launched from low-orbit carriers and slams into war zones like a thunderclap, splitting open to reveal a full squad of soldiers ready to storm slag-infested terrain. The reinforced alloy walls offer enough protection to weather heavy assault while troops regroup, though defense from psychic fields is another story. Next is the Afflictor mech. Agile, deadly, and compact enough for urban combat, every Afflictor features a reinforced frame, a melee arm for close quarters assault, and some variation of a triple-core beamer cannon. Pilots love it for its responsiveness, and if Slag could feel fear, it would fear Afflictors. Then there's the Ultra Afflictor. Bigger, badder, and built to wade through hell, this hulking mech trades speed for raw durability and firepower. Its right arm sports a Slag Ripper. On the left, a phase coil devastator system that delivers punishment at range. Where the Ultra Afflictor walks, the ground shakes, and the Slag thinks twice. That's it for this video. If you want to see more Void War lore, if you want to dive deeper into this universe, don't forget to like and subscribe, and please comment what was your favorite battalion. Which one would you join? Otherwise, thanks for watching, take care, stay twisted.
Does she even know where she's going?
Don't know, don't care.
Doesn't feel right.
She tried to kill you. Why do you care what happens to her?
She's still human. Still